Hi everyone, I'm excited to share with you EDCON's new writing curriculum, but before I do, I'd like to share with you a little of the context of how it was created. So I began my career as a speech-language pathologist, then became a pre-K through 8th grade teacher, general ed, special ed, had a number of leadership positions, and then I began working for a woman who promised me partnership in our company. And at the time, the company was in quite a bit of debt. So for 8 years, I devoted my all and really sacrificed a ton, benefits, retirement, fair salary. And then she completely pushed me out. So I didn't end up with any percentage of the company. And then I thought, you know what? Let me just take all of my experience and the feedback that I received and build a better program. And I've done that. Because writing is hard to teach, no matter what grade you're teaching. You just have this wide spectrum of what students can do, and it's just like, how in the world can I differentiate here? I have a student who's barely struggling here with a sentence, and then a student who's just really, needs to be challenged in other areas. And so with this program, you can have that differentiation for the students without feeling so overwhelmed, because the program just adjusts and goes with the student's speed that they choose, and it's awesome. And I have a great announcement. This is going to be free to all orphanages and to youth group homes and to girls' schools where in regions where girls are oppressed. So I thank you in advance for helping me make this possible, and in return, you'll be providing your students with excellent writing instruction. All right, here we go. EDCON is short for Education Connections, and this is a comprehensive pre-K to 8th grade writing curriculum which will be released mid-March 2023. Its foundations are on the following: the state standards, which require students to write essays and research papers within these genres. It's based on the 6 traits of writing, and effective pedagogy, having that consistent lesson delivery in each lesson, which is just one small teachable concept, engaging instruction and modeling, and then students practice what they've learned and then get feedback from a peer. That is EDCON. And so it's real simple. With just a few clicks, teachers send students an entire genre study. Students progress at their own rate, and the teacher facilitates. Alternatively, the teacher can show the video whole class and they can proceed together. So the teacher just selects a genre, and that genre is broken down into rubric components, which are based on the 6 traits, and then that is broken into a series of lessons. So for example, this opinion 3rd grade genre study addresses these 6 traits in 11 lessons here. So kindergarten could be 5 lessons, and 8th grade could be 15 lessons. So students watch the lesson, they can adjust the speed here, and then they take a quick quiz, which is just a true-false multiple choice quiz, and the student-friendly rubrics guide them through the study, and the lessons help them do that. As you can see, they're color-coded according to the 6 traits, and there's that consistency of icons across the grade levels. Here's opinion or argument. And typically argument starts in 6th grade, but we have students do this in 4th grade because we think they're ready to address counterclaims and write strong rebuttals. Here's an example of a preschool or kindergarten rubric, which is really just more of a checklist, and this is the format we use for pre-K, K, first and 2nd grade. 3rd grade starts with the 1 to 4 rubric. For beginning literacy students, whether that's preschool, kindergarten, or 8th grade, we have templates and a separate manual or handouts for the letter and sentence formation, where students are guided through the whole alphabet here, digraphs, and simple sentences. We target the high-frequency Dolch word list to 2nd grade, which are the words that are not as phonetically spelled. There are many resources. Some here are the 6 traits charts, the engaging the reader strategies, transitions, and we have vocabulary development as well. Also are the peer revision and peer editing checklists. So peer revision starts in 1st grade. Here's an example of an 8th grade. And then we have a separate handout for the peer editing. Then an amazing grading program. So once students have completed that paper, they upload it to the platform here, and then they copy and paste portions of their paper that correspond to the rubric components. So then teachers can just easily go in and grade from here. And the benefits are it relieves teachers of grading time, requires student analysis and accountability, and it provides students and teachers a platform to track mastery of the genres and the 6 traits. So here's an example of a teacher's screen where she can see the progression of the video lessons. 3 students here have finished them. And once they finish, they upload their paper. And so that once they're graded, the teacher gets a nice class profile like this, where she can target a small group instruction or target a rubric component for reteaching if desired. And then you can also see how the class is doing within the traits, so the teacher can possibly target some other traits during other parts of the day or in other subjects. So let's take a little comparison here with other writing programs out there. So for example, there's lots of comments that, there's too much printing and there's no video lessons. So what we did was we took that feedback and built EDCON. So for example, if the comments were no model papers or they were not very good model papers, let's see what EDCON does for modeling. So for example, here's an idea, and we encourage students to choose topics that interest them so that there's that internal motivation. And then we brainstorm possible subtopics and then research, and we teach them how to find credible sources, how to write a strong thesis statement, how to write a really well-organized outline, and then we go for a rough draft only with the body paragraphs, and then we write an engaging introduction. There's 3 parts to that: a strong conclusion, graphics, revising for academic voice and vocabulary, revising for sentence fluency, which includes transitions between sentences and paragraphs, and making sure there's variation of the sentence structure, meeting with a peer for peer revision and peer editing, and then voila, you have this beautifully written paper that has all of the 6 traits, the state standards, and follows MLA format. So you're going from this idea to a well-formed paper, and that is showing modeling. Other writing programs might say there's too many materials or it's not user-friendly. My teachers are not using the program because it's just so cumbersome. Well, with EDCON, it's simply just a few clicks, and if teachers want to use some of the templates for the organization for beginning literacy students, they can. Otherwise, they can just use paper and pencil. Other writing programs, there's not a way to customize that grading, or there is no grading program. Well, we have the grading program, and you can choose whether it's a right or wrong grading system or the rubric 1 to 4. You can also turn the quiz on or off. There are no video lessons for grades pre-K to 2 or just no video lessons at all, but we've got you covered pre-K to 8th grade. Other writing programs might say that the video lessons need to be adjustable. Okay, we got that. So we can help every type of learner here who might need it slowed down a bit or sped up. The rubrics are too wordy and don't work well with English language learners. Well, ours are easy to read. They are not text heavy. Here's an example of upper grade, and as you can see, for 2 and 3, it's just descriptive of that level, and then we'll describe it more in 1 and 4 columns. We always have the graphics, color coordinated, very easy to use. 3 websites. Oh my goodness. Well, it's us. It's just edcon.us. Other ELA programs who claim to address the writing standards may just have a writing prompt or rubric. Well, some administrators might say, my teachers are having difficulty teaching the essay, it doesn't break it down. Or if you're a great administrator, you're saying things like, my teachers have enough on their plate, I don't want to make them develop a writing program. Well, you don't have to, because we have done that for you. We have engaging videos, it guides students through every genre here, based on the 6 traits, state standards, grading program, rubrics, model papers, pre and post assessments, resources, optional PD, and a very dedicated team to assist when needed. So teachers can go home at the bell and not take up their weekends grading papers, and students can enjoy the writing process. It's not intimidating, it's not so arduous. They actually will enjoy this. Here is the cost. It's $300 per teacher, which includes 35 student licenses. For the printed student or teacher letter and sentence formation book, which is reproducible, consumable, it's $50, and that includes tax and shipping. The optional PD is $1,500, so that can be 1 to 2 hours. And the optional in-person PD or remote PD of a writing instruction training, which is not about using EDCON, just contact us for pricing. All right, here's our website. It's edcon.us. The release date is mid-March 2023. So at that time, just go into sign up here, and you can fill this out. And if the trial gives you a 30-day access to the program, and if you want to just go ahead and purchase it, that'd be great. We just got a district adoption this week. So here we are, edcon.us, here's email, phone number, and we look forward to being in touch with you. And thank you so much for your dedication to writing instruction.